Walk a mile in our shoes for Sandy Relief, and I'm hosting your event here today. I'd like to thank all of you for being here today to show how much you believe in the Rockaways. To the members of the community, to our elected officials and other dignitaries, and to the members of the press, for we have now all walked a mile in each other's shoes. Let's hear a round of applause for everyone who was able to show up. There are also thousands who could not be here today. For anyone who could not make our event but supports our efforts, I say this: we are walking together in a grander plan than we can possibly imagine. The human spirit can have a presence far, far beyond the physical. Wherever you are, be proud of what you are doing and just let people know how deep your passion is for the Rockaways. I'd also like to personally thank the New York City Parks Department, the NYPD, and the Mayor's Office, who all helped accommodate this event on such short notice. Our ability to even be gathered here today is due to their efforts to find the safest possible route for our walk and the safest place to hold this press event amidst the rubble of our beloved beach. For the past 2 months and more, the people of the Rockaways and the entire Sandy-affected region have worked hard and often painfully, digging themselves out of piles of debris and sand, and to pay for it all, digging even more deeply into their wallets. In the midst of the most tragic cases, families have had to dig even deeper into the sacred earth itself to make a final burial place for their loved ones. Let us pause for a moment of silence to pay respects to those families who have lost a loved one because of this tragedy, either directly through the storm or because of the exacerbation of health conditions in the aftermath. Thank you. Historically, in times of such horrific natural catastrophes, there has been a long-standing implied contract in our nation that if disaster strikes any part of the country, the rest of the nation rallies to its aid. It is in our nation's best interest to do so. Such mutual aid between the states ensures the national economy stabilizes and that the people of this great nation shall not perish or suffer needlessly. Yet to this day, now months after the landfall of Hurricane Sandy, Congress has failed to uphold its end of the deal. Instead, our Congress rendered our region into a political football and held our citizens as virtual hostages during the run-up to the so-called fiscal cliff. Days slipped by, weeks, months. Obama had a 15-minute rule. We're now on what? Week 11? Are we going to wait till week 15?
No.
So, aid so desperately needed was never authorized. Repairs remained halted. Businesses remained shuttered. Lives remained in ruins and increasingly at risk. Once New Year's rolled around, enough was enough. Our communal debate was increasingly demanding of action. We came up with two options. Either it was going to be a massive bus ride, the Rockaways goes to Washington. We still might do that. Or, and we thought this the better option, we wanted to invite the people working in our nation's capital to come walk a mile in our shoes. It was the beginning of something powerful.
She made those. Oh, cool.
We all came here today because we have the same sense of it too. A sense of destiny, of hope, of determination, divine providence. Other communities heard what we were doing and felt the exact same way. It was electrifying. They immediately organized up and down the New York and New Jersey shorelines, from Island Park in Nassau County to Gerritsen Beach and Coney Island in Brooklyn. From Midland Beach and Newdorf Beach in Staten Island.
If you don't mind.
On to Union Beach and Keansburg. Seaside Heights and Island Park Beach. On to Brigantine, New Jersey. The whole coast is now calling upon our nation's leaders. Walk a mile in our shoes. This is not empty rhetoric or a belligerent dare. It is an open, sincere invitation that applies to any member of Congress or any leader in government agencies, business, or volunteer organizations. Representative Gregory Meeks already began the process. Showing the influential Congressman Steny Hoyer around our battered peninsula. As the Honorable Mr. Hoyer said, I like to see things firsthand. Pictures, while they may be worth 1,000 words, are not like being here. Amen. We face pressing issues. First, the Congress must act immediately and swiftly on an aid package. They will reconvene on January 15th, and we urge them to pass a comprehensive aid package for Hurricane Sandy relief. Even when the aid package is passed, it will need to be swiftly and effectively routed to communities in need. We will need to work with various agencies to ensure those funds can reach the affected communities as swiftly as possible. People need aid now. Yet thirdly, always keep in mind the original collective requests of the governors of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Those requests totaled $83 billion in aid. But Washington saw fit to only put forward a total Sandy relief package of $60 billion. So now we have to prioritize and carefully target our use of these funds. We have to make every dollar count. And if it's not enough to staunch our wounds, we must be daring and honest enough to ask for more. To make good on our end of the bargain, each of our affiliated communities are self-organizing volunteers who will act as Walk a Mile ambassadors, so that anyone who wants to get a first-hand VIP tour of the community. You want to see where mold is growing? We'll show it to you.
My house.
You want to meet people living in the cold without electricity or hot water? You could meet them. You want to see where we need to shore up the battered coast? Right here, sir.
Right here.
Raise a point.
Want to know our employment and healthcare needs? We can tell you all about it.
That's right.
If anyone in the audience or anyone seeing this at home would like to get involved, please see us after the event or go to facebook.com/Sandy Walk a Mile. This is the first day of our ongoing call to action. Again, I would like to thank those who have come out today and those who have been here since the beginning. Thank you, New York Cares! For those who still want to come, please do. There's still plenty of disaster to go around. For everyone.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, that's my sister.
And now I'd like to pass the microphone to our next speaker.
My husband had to stay home. He worked
Thank
for
Now, I also want to give you guys a little heads up here on what's going on here. First of all, okay, we're going to have James Saunders, State Senator, speaking. But I want to let you all know about this hoodie here. This is from the New York Subway Museum. If you order these online, the money goes directly to the Graybeards. It goes right back into the community.
All right.
Yay!
My sister works in MTA. It was the first one ever ordered.